Coming up on Mountain News this morning, families in one eastern Kentucky county attend a celebration as they prepare for the upcoming school year. And a special event revs up its engines to help the families of the officers who died in a Floyd County shooting.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Dakota Makris, and it's Monday, and it's 5:32. It's almost 5:33. Let's take it over to Cameron Aaron for a look at our forecast this morning. And Cameron, I believe you're bringing us a bit of bad news. Maybe some rain in the forecast.
Well, not just a little bit, a lot of rain in the forecast.
Yeah,
we're looking at a pretty soggy work week in store across the mountains. So it's going to be one of those weeks to keep the umbrella in the car so you don't forget it, you know what I mean? So you got to just keep it with you. But yeah, so let's take a live look over at the London Corbin Airport this morning. All is quiet for now, but we are watching out for some changes not too far away, especially along and west of I-75. We could see a few of those sprinkles this morning. Temperatures are toasty already, upper 70s, lower 80s, 81 in Somerset, 78 for London, 77 for Pikeville, 72 over in Wise. Up on Pinpoint Doppler, most of us are quiet at this hour, but like I mentioned, a few sprinkles, especially west of I-75 or portions of Pulaski and Rockcastle and Wayne counties. And if you are traveling west towards portions of central Kentucky, even more showers out that way, but those should stay west of us. However, more showers are on the way into this afternoon and evening. Some of those could be a little bit gusty. Temperatures today in the middle and upper 80s in spots, just a little bit cooler than the past few days, but we are looking at even more cooler air coming to the mountains later on this week. I have that full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Dakota.
All right, Cameron, thank you. Well, Laurel County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in finding a missing man. Police say 61-year-old Billy Rogers was last seen on Tuesday, July 19th, around 2 a.m. near Tuttle Road, which is 9 miles south of London. If anyone has any information on where he might be, you are asked to call the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. And Kentucky State Police are investigating the death of an elderly woman over in Jackson County. Police say they received a call shortly after 8:30 p.m. on Saturday about a dead woman found inside of a home on Rice Hill Road in McKee. Troopers say 83-year-old Mary King Abrams possibly suffered fatal injuries from a puncture wound. They say foul play is expected, and an autopsy is scheduled at the medical examiner's office in Frankfort. If you have any information regarding this investigation, you can call KSP Post 7 using the number you see on your screen. A man in Pulaski County has been charged with murder after a shooting Saturday morning. Police arrested 57-year-old John Stacy from Somerset in connection with the murder. The victim and motive of the shooting are not known at this time. Pulaski County Sheriff's Office officials say Stacy was also separately charged with attempted murder and kidnapping after entering a woman's house with a gun and threatening her early Saturday morning. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office is continuing the investigation. Huntington police say they found 2 minors who were shot Friday night. The shootings happened near Perry Road. Police say their injuries were non-life-threatening, though one victim suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Police first responded to the area around 9 o'clock Friday night when they found the 2. They were taken to a nearby hospital to be treated. There's no information from police on why, how, and where the 2 were shot, though. They were found in separate locations near each other. One neighbor saw all of the police cars pull up right outside his home.
No, that's surprising, and because I just came in from outside, and but I didn't hear not one gunshot.
Police say there is still no suspects in custody related to the shooting. A lengthy and dangerous pursuit in Milton, West Virginia Saturday evening led to an arrest. Police also found a young child and a pig inside the car. Kim Rafferty has the latest.
Milton police say Jessica Beal led officers on a high-speed, lengthy chase Saturday evening after being stopped for registration violations and equipment violations. Milton officer Keith Higginbotham started the traffic stop when he noticed the windows were very dark and the car's license plate was covered. He says the car Beal was driving stopped initially. When he went to ask her to open the back window, she sped off. That is when she led officers on a chase, first through the Barbersville Mall exit onto Route 60, then back onto the interstate heading towards Charleston. Police say Beal then got off at the Barbersville Mall exit again and back onto Route 60, where officers from all different agencies were able to block her in. Beal was arrested, and officers say they discovered a young child and a pet pig in the car.
Almost striking several of our officers as well when we tried to box her in, and at those speeds, it could have been fatal. But the biggest thing was the child. We had no clue the child was in the back.
Milton police say Beal faces multiple charges related to the pursuit, including child neglect, creating a risk of injury. Now, police also say Beal could face more charges. Kim Rafferty, WSAZ News Channel 3, Barbersville.
Bill is currently at Western Regional Jail awaiting arraignment. Well, someone broke into the Hazard Perry County Little League concession stand early Sunday morning. Security cameras caught a man breaking through a window and then stealing property from the building. President of the Hazard Perry County Little League, Jody Maggard, immediately called the police and posted the security footage on Facebook. Maggard says he does not understand why someone would steal from kids, especially from a classic activity.
It's one of the biggest activities, I think, maybe the whole year in our county for our kids to get involved in. It's good, competitive, clean.
Maggard says Little League is offering a $500 reward for anyone that can identify the suspect. Anyone with a tip is encouraged to call the Hazard Police Department. First responders in Pikeville got soaked this past weekend, and it was all for a good cause. Pikeville police and firefighters got into the Dunk a First Responder dunking booth throughout Saturday and Sunday to raise money for Christmas with the first responder. In the multi-agency effort, officials say $2,600 was raised during the 2 days, which will help 11 more local kids have a great Christmas this coming December. And Saturday, people came together at Archer Park to celebrate the return of students to Floyd County classrooms. Our Jordan Mullins was at Prestonsburg Back to School Bash and talked with some leaders and what it means for families throughout the community.
The city of Prestonsburg's Back to School Bash kicked off Saturday evening at Archer Park for its first year back following the pandemic, but with a few changes.
Now with COVID, and it is our first year back after 2 years being absent from that, things have changed a little bit. Our district is being able to provide school supplies for our children. So they decided this year, instead of school supplies, we would do basic need items.
Held at a new location with even more to help the families and students throughout the district.
Kids can come and get their physicals done. We've got body wash, loofahs, free haircuts for those who need the haircuts. We've got deodorant. We've got lots of stuff for kids to use throughout the whole school year.
Getting those last-minute items to get ready for school while also celebrating the new year.
It's wonderful to see all these people and see all of our families together, being out, being able to celebrate the new school year starting.
And coming together as a community.
The city, our county has been through a lot, and we want everybody to have a good time and, really be connected.
For plenty of family fun. In Prestonsburg, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Prestonsburg Elementary School Family Resource Center Director says that this was one of the most important events for families in Floyd County, and it was sorely needed in a time of economic struggles such. And an event in Prestonsburg revved up this past weekend for a good cause at the Big Sandy Community and Technical College. Prestonsburg campus, plenty of classic cars cruised in to help out the families of the fallen and injured officers involved in the Allen shooting on June 30th. Event organizer Sean Woods says it's important to help these families and remember the fallen and injured officers in any way they can.
Once all the initial shock got over with, everybody got back to what was kind of their new normal. We figured, let's do this. Let's see what we can do to help. Let's get some car people out because this affected everybody.
He says he wants to thank those who donated their time to come out and support the cause. Exploring through the mountains on wheels, Hazard and Perry County Tourism hosted a Jeep run at Perry Park on Saturday. Anyone with a Jeep had a chance to ride through the trails either on difficult or smooth terrain. Vice President of the Trail Hazard Jeep Club, Bill Lyons, says it's an opportunity for people to see what the area offers.
It's a perfect opportunity to come into this region, see what the area has to offer, meet and make friends and contacts in the area, see what Hazard has to offer as far as the Perry County Hazard area.
Jeep Club members hope the turnout also brought more people to the North Fork Music Festival in downtown Hazard this past weekend. People with Lexington's Parkette Drive-In restaurant interacted with customers one last time. They hosted their Parkette memorabilia sale during the weekend. Enthusiastic buyers lined up for hours to get a piece of the iconic dine-in restaurant. The restaurant suddenly closed its doors last month after 71 years in business. Items for sale include vintage furniture, menus, and signs. A buyer mentions the overall atmosphere he experienced during the emotional sale.
There's people off every county. I live in Mount Sterling, and there's people that come from all over the state to this auction. It's supposed to be an auction, but I don't know what it is. It's a little pricey here, but what kind of price can you put on history?
Another person mentioned they are working to get an historical roadside marker put up on the property and feel certain they can have a buyer who will save the iconic neon Parkette sign, which has stood the test of time for all these years. Just ahead this morning, a celebrity known for her cooking and DIY skills mourns the loss of some of her more colorful pets.
And the week ahead looks soggy and stormy at times. I have those details coming up.